anyway, I had to go to county lockup, 30 days, and I got out, and my friends, like any good military friend should do, said, "You want to like pay rent or get food? No, let's throw a party and invite whores and have a gangbang."
Hey, welcome back to Four for the Road, everybody. I'm your host, Punk Rock. It's just being chopped for right now. Dave's supposed to hop on here in a little bit. But yeah, it's just been a long time since we've had Chop on the show. We just wanted to, no pun intended, we just wanted to chop it up with him and check in with him, see where he's been at, see what he's been up to. So, Chop, how you been, man?
I have been living the dream. I guess I don't know, somebody's dream. I don't know whose, but it'd be all right. Just been hanging out, man. Still adjusting to the whole club shit. Just kind of being a man again without a patch.
Yeah.
Still adjusting to that, especially like going out and starting to go to events and whatnot again. I mean, even just as individual. But that was weird too. When you go to all these cultural events as a pastor for years, and then you just kind of everything. It's weird when you start showing up again. It's the same conversation over and over. Hey, what happened? Where's Patches? Yeah. But it's been different being around the local MC community and not so local as a guest now.
Yeah.
You see it a little bit different, yes. But I still love it. Still love the life, every bit of it.
So you said you were going to events and stuff still, and then you went to a pretty big one, somewhat recently. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was. It's one of the bigger ones that this particular nation has. In not in my area, but not too far from me either. So I made the trip down there a while back and kicked it with them, and it was. It's a large nation. You know what I mean? It's a established, well established, older nation. Um, but it was weird because I met a bunch of people that you know you hear of and you hear stories about, and you meet him, and it's like, yeah, he's an average motherfucker. He's just like me. He's just like the other dudes. He's a little bit, he's somebody, but just like I said before, man, just men that put their britches on the same way we do. You know what I mean? But it was cool to see as just an individual. You know what I mean? It's something at an event that large with a nation of that caliber. Just to see those people on that level as just people. You know what I mean? Just everyday shooting the shit people. It's hard to put into words. I'm not gonna say it's like meeting your idols because I wouldn't say that. But it's like meeting somebody you hear a bunch of stories about, and then it's like, oh shit, well, those are cool stories. Like that's cool shit. You're just a normal dude too. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's what makes the MC culture so beautiful, man. Is it's normal. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, you know what I mean? Because but at the same time, they're normal dudes. Like I said before, they put their britches on one leg at a time, just like we do. And like I said, it's not like I'm not gonna say it's like meeting your idols, but it's just all these stories you hear, and to see them in their environment, just being men, chopping up, having a good time, laughing, smiling, nothing that you would nothing that the media would show you, or anything like that. Just to see them being free. I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. It's something people got to experience, I guess. If you listen to this podcast and you're scared to go to an event in your area because you don't know somebody, or you fucked up a conversation 6 months ago that's probably not as big of a deal as you think it is, just go out. Just go to the event, man. You see a flyer. If you see a flyer, the event's open to the public. Like you're not gonna see a flyer unless it is. So go to the event. Don't be scared. Just say hey. You know what I mean? They're having an event for a reason. They want you to come say hey. Come show up. I'm they're just like you more than likely, unless you're a piece of shit, and then they're probably not like you. But
So would you say that that nation that you went and visited, kind of as a individual, it just kind of embodies like what you saw. Just kind of embodies like what we feel in the MC community. Like it's that shit that we can't really put it into words, but like you're watching it happen, and you're just like, this is where the fuck I want to be.
Yes, because I was at one point in there. I hadn't been there long, and I looked over and there was a couple guys, and I couldn't tell whether they were part of the same, from the same area, the same chapter or not. But then, as like they kind of lit up and arms went up, and just the embrace that came from it, and everybody, you could tell that these were guys that had a relationship, had a bond, hadn't seen each other in a while. I mean, because this nation's large, it spans a great deal of the country, so it to not be able to, or to see people, like that, and to see I know the emotions that they're feeling right there. You know what I mean? Just the hell yes, my bro. Just the glow that comes from it, and then turn around and see a handful more over here, arms around one another, laughing, telling stories and shit. Just everybody having a good time, and no drama, bullshit that I saw, at least. I mean, if there was some, they did a damn good job of like keeping that shit under wraps. But it, it's everything that we look for in the MC community when you can be it, whether it be a place, an event, uh, somebody's house that you just may happen to know, whatever. But when you can see the men forget about the public perception, forget about everything, forget about everything, and they can just be themselves with their brothers, doing their shit, just having fun. That's when you really see, you know what I mean? What I guess, oh shit, what clubs are really like, I guess. If you got an event and everybody's out there and there's a whole bunch of drama and bullshit and nobody can hold their alcohol or whatever, then okay, yeah, if you're acting like that now, like, I don't want to deal with you on a bad day because we should be having fun right now. But no, it's great, dude. It's everything, like you said, dude. It's what we look for in the MC community when you can actually see it. And every now and then, I think we get small glimpses of it, but I think it's very few and far between that you have it on that scale, especially as an individual, not as a patch member. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could ramble about that shit for hours, dude. For hours. I met a lot of people that listened to the podcast too while I was out there. That was cool. I introduced myself and they'd ask. I mean, I was wearing a hat and whatnot, but yeah, it was awesome, man.
And then, so would you say, like, how different would it be? Um, because you said you had gone to these kind of events before as a patch holder, and then now you're going as an individual. What do you think is the biggest difference, or like whether it's positive or negative? You know.
Okay, that's a good question. Um, I would say positive. There's less political bullshit to deal with, right? If something like that's not something that's in the back of my mind as much because I don't have a nation to worry about. It's just me. If I fuck up a conversation or I spill somebody's beer, that's me. I'm gonna deal with it. There ain't gonna be no backlash on anybody else that's not involved in the immediate situation. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's the positive. Just the political bullshit. Because to be honest, that's my least favorite thing about the MC world. But the negative, I will say though, is um, it's easy to be. Uh, I don't want to say overlooked, but I mean everybody on the page has been a patch holder at one point or another. Some of them still are. Most of them still are. But you know as well as I do, as a patch holder, if you see another patch walk into a place, he gets your attention before the average Joe walking in front of him. You know what I mean? It's just natural. There we see them automatically as somewhat similar to us, whether it be good or bad. Um, but to do it as an individual, I've realized that. I've realized certain men that I thought knew me didn't. They knew me as a past member of this organization. And I've noticed that. Men I've had numerous conversations with that I had to meet again after leaving my organization. I was like, okay, well, that kind of shows me that before then was just, pollen. Or just a bullshit facade or whatever, smoke and mirrors. I don't know, not real. So I guess that's another negative of it. It brings out what relationships were real and what were just club shit. Oh, we're getting deep today, man.
I guess, man. I would argue that that is actually a positive. Because we have
It
to worry
is.
about things in the motorcycle community. We have to worry about things. That I mean, there's a reason that we have like the prospecting phase, and why it's rigorous is to weed out not only the motherfuckers that just wouldn't make it, or they don't fit your club's needs, whatever, but also those dudes that if shit gets hard, that they're gonna go run your business to other people. And I'm not necessarily talking about cops or any legal issues like that. I'm saying the dudes that are if you and I were in the same club, and you and I had an issue, being that kind of guy where like I would go run off and start fucking running your name through the mud with another organization, and I think that's pretty fucking important.
It is. I mean, this life's all about being a man. You know what I mean? You're man first before anything. I think every prospect's heard that, and if they haven't heard that, then you're hearing it now. You're a man before anything. Don't forget that shit. But we've all heard that, and we always said life's about being a man and everything that comes with it. And part of that is the integrity of, I'm not gonna, a man not feeling the need to do that just because the fuck. Y'all can't see what I'm seeing right now, but that caught me completely off
Dave
guard.
hopped on, like I said, and he is wearing the most Wisconsin fucking thing I've ever seen. That sombrero that you're wearing right now, Dave, looks like it's made out of actual cheese.
It could
It's a
be.
green sombrero.
Is Chop in his fucking meth lab again?
Yeah.
How come
Damn, dude,
how come
can't be
every time we
safe.
record them, he's in a meth lab?
Man. It's an undisclosed location, all right? I got bills to pay and shit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean. Y'all sound like you're having a serious conversation when I butted in. So y'all go ahead. I'll be right back.
You're gonna come back with a different fucking hat.
Probably. But
I don't even remember. I don't even remember where I was at. What was going on? That
yeah, he
that
fucked
fucked
us
me.
up with that, didn't he?
It was worth it, but yeah.
Oh man, see, and he does that a lot. We'll be having a serious conversation in the chat or something like that, and then just like randomly, he'll throw out this fucking meme that it derails the entire conversation, and now we have to talk about, Korean ladyboys or something.
First of all, I love Korean ladyboys.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking ill about them. I was just saying, we would be having a serious conversation in the chat or something, and then you would just throw up this random meme, and now we're talking about Korean ladyboys.
Also, I fucked up Chop's train of thought earlier, so I apologize for that.
It was worth it.
Also,
It really
I was listening to our last podcast, and I didn't realize how foul-mouthed I am. Like, it was ridiculous. I need to better expand my vocabulary. I'm an educated individual, okay? Got a couple of degrees. I need to verbalize a little bit better than that last podcast.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if people want, ratty, foul-mouthed people, they listen to shows that I'm on, and then, they expect better from you, Dave. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give you that one because everybody gets one.
Also, all the cans I was opening, I feel like I could hear all the cans in the background. So anyway, are we talking about Jake's? Are we talking about Chop's prospecting journey and where he's going next?
Nah, we haven't got there yet. We were actually just talking about he went to a large nations party a little while ago, and he was just kind of explaining what he saw there, like the immediate brotherhood, the how he's heard stories of these men who are made to be mountains, and then he meets these individuals knowing that they're mountains, but they're just a regular dude that opens his own beer and puts his own fucking pants on the same way we do.
Rich,
Um, who?
riches.
Oh,
What?
britches. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What kind of drugs were being done specifically, and by who specifically? Again,
Can you geotag the location for us?
I don't know of these drugs that are being spoke of.
But no, I think I heard a little bit about that in the group chat and whatnot, and it sounded like a good time. Glad that Chop got to do that and hang out with those folks, and we got some four for the road folks getting together. It's always a good time. I had a question for Chop, and I can't think of what it was. I'm trying really hard not to cuss, even though it's Saturday. I'm trying to not feel that dead. I feel like it's tempting to fill that dead space with just fuck, and then think of your question, and then go on from there. But oh, I know what I was gonna ask. Are you still employed? Did you get fired for listening to the last podcast?
Oh, so before you answer that, Chop, I need you to give the listeners some backstory on that. What was going on there?
Wait. Are you still employed first?
Yes, thankfully I'm still employed. I just started a business and I can't afford to be unemployed right now until that shit starts working. But so for the people that don't know, I do high-end frame-off restorations and custom hot rods and whatnot. Very expensive cars. Not your average. Not everybody can afford it. So that gives you an idea of the clientele that we're dealing with here. Well, I'm going to town on the 69 Camaro. Got a bunch of work I'm doing to it. I got the podcast on, just kind of doing my thing, working, jamming out. Dave's drunk over here, raising hell. Just don't shit in the RV, fucking for Jesus and everything else. Just it was entirely vulgar. Vulgar is an understatement there. Okay.
First of all, that is a good life rule. Don't shit in another man's RV. But anyway,
I agree with it. I agree. But I'm back there working, and I can't see the door, but I got the podcast up pretty loud. I'm running tools and shit. And then all of a sudden, I hear, y'all talking about fucking for Jesus. And then I hear that a couple times, and then the volume just gets turned off. So I lean over to see what's going on, and there's an old couple just wanting to get their old Ford restored, standing there, and my boss man looking dead at me, just a full come to Jesus moment. I guess he's fucking for Jesus. It's just full. I could feel the burn from the stare, and really did not know. Neither we're not restoring an old Ford right now. Okay, I will say that we're not doing that. But that was a tense day to say the least.
So four for the road cost your boss some business.
To be honest, I don't think we probably would have got it anyway because I don't think they could have afforded it. But yeah, potentially yes. Yes.
You
so
said
four for the road.
Ford. Wait. You said their Ford couldn't afford it. Ha! I like it. Also, if Ken's all into doing all these fundraisers and stuff like that, I think he needs to do one for Chop since you chased away potential business.
First off, I didn't chase away potential business. He knows us. That's the thing. Is Chop knows us, so that's on him for listening to us at work.
And I don't know if
full responsibility for that.
I don't know if Chop knows this, but it was a pain in the butt to get Ken to actually agree to do fucking for Jesus decals, stickers. Like, I don't know if it's because he's religious or because, I don't know, he wants to join a God club one day or something like that. I don't know what it is, but this dude was like full on not gonna make fucking, like, he's like, when I get to the pearly gates, St. Peter's gonna be like, did you make these stickers? And how am I supposed to answer that? Like, he was against making them. And right now, what's your hottest seller, Ken?
No. You can't ask what my hottest seller is because that has and always will be my "Run Your Bike, Not Your Mouth" sticker. But I will say this. So first off, I'm going to back up here. I did not say I'm going to get to the pearly gates and St. Peter is going to ask me questions. There's just some things I don't really want to cross the line, especially like in a public way. You know, kids and spouses are one of them, and then religion's a really touchy one. I don't mind fucking talking about politics and stuff like that because I don't like the government anyway. But yeah, fucking for Jesus was kind of it just didn't feel right. It felt kind of weird. Um, and I put up a poll on Instagram at Dave's request, and out of the like 300 people that responded, there was like 12 people that said no, don't do the sticker.
And also, hang on, wait a minute. Of those 12, at least 2 or 3 of them were just screwing with you and actually either A, don't care or would want you to do it and were just messing with you.
I would agree with that. I would agree. That's a fair assumption. And so I did it. And then I'm actually going to call him out.
Wait a minute, hang on. If you, as a disclaimer, if you are, what is it? Is it agnostic? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Eggnog stick? Agnostic.
Isn't that what I said?
You said eggnog stick.
I was trying to sound like Chuck. I'm agnostic. But that means you don't. Does that mean you don't? Does that mean you don't give a shit about God, or you don't believe in religion? Period.
Like I'm considered agnostic to an extent.
Aren't you an ordained
I believe in a God, but I don't want to put a label on it. Like I don't want to say like my God is, this person.
Oh yeah, well that was like half the people that said no to your sticker, so they don't count.
Yeah.
I think even one of those dudes from the what's the 888 Club? I think we had a voted yes on that one from one of those guys.
Actually, so one of them used to be in that club that voted no.
Okay, but we had one. You know who I'm talking about? What's the club? I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful either. What's the one? I just can't think of it. 888.
888. It's Disciple Christian Motorcycle Club.
I swear to God, I swear to God, that's a good one. That we had one of those dudes click yes for fucking for Jesus.
We did. That's verifiable. He's not bullshitting you on that, folks. Obviously, we're not going to drop the dude's name, but yes, there was a Disciple Christian member that said
I
yes.
promise you, if I couldn't even remember the club, and I'm not trying to be rude at all, if I couldn't remember the club, I can't remember your name.
I remember his name because I know that guy.
Has he bought a sticker yet?
He did not, but Clifford. All right, I'm not gonna throw his last name out there, but Clifford, you know who you are, Jet Trash. He was one of the first ones to buy it. And in his comment, because you can leave me little comments when you buy something from my website, it says, "I can't believe you actually fucking did it." And he bought one. And then another guy that comments on our stuff regularly on Instagram, Mike Brittenham, he bought 3 of them. So I'm pretty excited for that. He bought the sticker pack and then 2 specific fucking for Jesus stickers in different sizes.
Yeah, he's gangbanging for Jesus, man.
Yeah. You know what? If these do well enough, I'll make a sticker that says gangbanging for Jesus, and it'll have like Andar in the background.
You just got to give him like the camcorder or something, though.
Ooh, that'll be a good one, like an old school like 80s one where it's like all fucking huge that you got to put on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, he's too cool for us right now. Oh man, I don't know how the weather is where y'all are, but it's fucking gorgeous here.
So I'm sorry, I had to step out for a minute because my kid called me because my oldest, because he wrecked his bicycle or something like that. And I'm like, well, you're good enough to call, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're good enough to push that shit home, bro. Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
There you go.
Life lessons.
Yeah, you got to tell him back in your day, man, or our day. Now you're older than me. I'm young. Back in our day, we couldn't call home when we wrecked the bicycle. Mama didn't know we wrecked until we came home, just fucked up, bleeding and shit.
Chop, how old are you?
31 in December.
Okay, so you're not that young. But so you probably remember like when we used to have the what was it, like the 1-800 collect or whatever, and you could like yell your message real fast as your name, and then that's how mom would get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, will you accept this collect call from Mom? Please send help. I'm getting beat up at the high school. Send more dudes, Mom.
Yeah, that was right at the. I was right at the end of that, having to worry about that.
So and not to throw my personal business out there, but with my oldest, like, and I don't know, like, I'm not critiquing anybody else's parents, but I run a balance between you can go and do your own thing and helicoptering. And maybe it's just a product of my upbringing, how I was raised, and like not having good parental influence at all times. But I try to make him like go. My oldest try to like let him go do his own thing, so dad's not always up on his shit. But also like, hey, I'm watching, and you can't get away with shit. So last year, he comes. I get him during the summer, and last year we had this thing. He's going to be 13. He's 12 right now. So last year he would have been 11, going on 12. He says, "I'm going to go ride my bike." All right. Well, the way he says he's going to go ride his bike, he's going to do some shady shit, right? Like, I couldn't figure out what it was, but I knew it was something. And we have a bike trail, like literally right outside my front door. So it's not like I can easily drive a car with it. Not that I won't. It's just not. It's just frowned upon. But I figured out that he was doing something, and so I followed him one day. So he rode his bike, and there's some points where you can like see through. And I was like, all right, I think I have an idea what he's doing. So, and I saw him get off the bike trail a couple miles down the road, and he goes to a gas station and buys a Red Bull, like a Red Bull and a bag of Doritos or an ice cream bar or something like that. And I asked him, like, hey, did your mom give you any money? Don't worry about it. We'll buy you what you need, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I don't have any money. He has money. So, like the other day, again, judge me if you want. He went in to take a shower, and I went into his room, opened up his pants pocket. There's a wallet in there. I open it up. There's 20s in them. Like, why the fuck am I paying for shit? But no, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. But he's using it, and he's going out and he's buying Red Bulls. And I don't want an 11-year-old drinking Red Bulls. I don't want a 12-year-old drinking Red Bulls. I don't want a 13-year-old drinking Red Bulls. That's me. If you're okay with it, I don't care. I don't want my 12-year-old drinking Red Bulls. But he sneaks off and he does that shit. And so now he's telling me where he just biffed his bike or whatever. And I'm like, an adult, I know geography. I'm like, he's real close to that gas station. I guarantee you that fool went and had a Dorito snack and a Red Bull, and now he crashed his bike and wants me to come get him. So I'm gonna let him sit there for a minute. I'll go get him eventually.
Did you go get him?
Not right now, but I'll go eventually. Let that Red Bull run its course.
Right now, okay.
Let that Red Bull run its course. Jog home, bro.
They gave you wings, didn't it? Fly that bitch home.
And what y'all have kids? I mean, like, what's the appropriate age to let a kid drink a Red Bull? I mean, I was drinking beer like in the woods behind the middle school when I was in like 7th, 8th grade, and I don't know that I necessarily want him doing that. I mean, you can't control all this shit your kids do. I happen to turn out all right, but I had to get up, bounced off the bottom a few times before I turned out halfway decent. You need to be drinking Red Bull at 12 years old? I don't think so.
Nah, I mean, I'm with you there. I don't want my kid drinking energy drinks and shit like that. I mean, he asked me when we go to the store, he's like, "Oh, hey, Dad, like, can you buy me a Monster when you go to the store?" I'm like, get fucked, nerd. I'm not doing that.
And how old's your oldest?
He will be 12 this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think 12 is an age to be drinking Red Bulls. I know some people probably do it or whatever, but I don't want to do it.
I mean, I'll tell you what, man. If my son grows up and he's on some sports team at school where he's got to be at practice at fucking 5 a.m. so he can get an hour and a half, 2 hours of practice in before school, I'll let the motherfucker crack a Monster at fucking 4:30 in the morning while he's getting ready.
No, that's what they make that C4. That's what they make that pre-workout for. Okay, let his little ass have some of that.
But maybe, and that's a maybe, But I honestly don't see my kid doing that. He's the only sports team I think my son's gonna play on is like an esports fucking team where they play fucking competition video games.
Well, then he's definitely gonna need Red Bull because he's up all night.
Get a scholarship with that shit.
Yeah, you can do that shit now, man. Dude, when the fuck did this become a fucking Lifetime podcast? Like,
shit happens, man. Okay, it happens.
Parenting's hard, all right. And then keep it MC related. If you're going to be in a club and try to parent, what am I supposed to do? Like, hang on, guys, I got to stop prospecting. My kid's trying to steal Red Bulls. Got to go.
Or you fucking take him somewhere. Like you're at a clubhouse in Oregon because it's legal there. You see some dude fucking like banging rails of coke, and you're like, "Don't do drugs." And then you go be like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" And then fucking hug the same dude that was fucking blowing lines. Yeah, that's great.
And like my wife, the other day, yesterday was it? He did the same thing. He said, "I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I'm gonna go for a bike ride." And so she's like, "Dude, I'm gonna go follow him, right? I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna go stake." So he's not that smart because he's 12. So he always goes to the same gas station because it's closer and convenient. She's like, "I'm gonna go park across the road, and then I'm gonna watch him go into this gas station." And I'm like, "What are you doing, guy? What are you doing?" So I forget how it happened, but he actually caught her driving. She's like, "Oh, I'm on my way to the store to get some milk. We're out of milk." And I was like, "Okay." Getting older, a year has gone by. He's stepping up his game.
It's like, is it considered torture or like child, abuse if you, work him to the point that he needs a Red Bull? Like wake him up at 3 a.m. Like we got shit to do.
I thought about that. I thought because last year, and then again, my parenting style might not be for everybody, but last year I had him on a bedtime. His mom, bless her heart, doesn't. Okay, well, there's a lot that she does that's trash, but you know what? That's not that kind of podcast. But she doesn't care what time he goes to bed. She doesn't care that he like eats candy in bed and stuff like that. I do. And maybe like I said, maybe I'm too strict. I get it, but he was like sneaking candy and then trying to tell me that he brushes his teeth afterwards. And I was like, hold up. You want me to believe that you get up at like 3 a.m, whenever it is that you go to bed from playing video games, and brush your teeth because you've been snacking on candy all night? No. I was like, get out of town, guy. So this little shit, I wake up this morning, he sent me a picture of him brushing his teeth last night at like 1 a.m. I was like, I was like, okay, smart ass. I made him open up his phone, show me that picture, click on details. He took that at like 10:30 when I made him brush his teeth for like actual bedtime. That's when he took it because he was going to try and use it on me later. I was like, try again.
So, I mean, hey, but at least he tried. The motherfucker tried.
The thing is, though, man, if you don't wait until and I noticed this, man, my mama had me really young, right? Got pregnant with me at like 15, had me at 16. So, I mean, I couldn't get away with shit. She could see it from a mile away because it hadn't been fucking 10 years. She was doing the same shit. 15 years, she was doing the same shit. So she could see it a mile away. All my friends had older parents, and I'm just like, how are you getting away with this shit, dude? Like, there's no way I could do this. My mama told me when I got older, every day that I came home from work high, she knew. Like, just walking through the house, she was like, I knew you were high. Just wasn't worth it.
I wonder, like being like a younger parent or being like like a biker dad or whatever, like, the fact that we've seen more shit, like, does that make us more in tune with what our kids are trying to pull versus like a more square parent or more everyday parent? I don't know. I know that he's fucked because of technology. Like, he's leaving a digital footprint everywhere he goes. And his dad's not quite young. I'm 35, so I'm not quite young, but I'm not quite that old. So I still know how to check some of that stuff. Like I said, like, show me that timestamp you took that picture at, bro.
Yeah.
That's you on level with that shit.
So I gave up the battle though on like trying to make him go to bed at a normal time. Like, he's 12, he's gonna be 13. Go to bed when you want. I'll let you sleep. I let him sleep in as late as he wants. But like, if he's gonna go visit grandma or something like that, because I gotta go to work, I get his ass up at 7 a.m. Like, go be tired at her house.
Right. Well, I don't know. So like during the summer, we'll knock the bedtime back, and this is for my daughter too. And I'm thinking I'm gonna catch a bunch of shit. So my daughter she just turned to 8.
Bro, I've stayed at your house. Those kids stay up for like 48 hours. Okay, don't come in here. Don't.
Okay, motherfucker. I'm not gonna say the man's wrong or that he's lying because he's not. But
they come into the living room and they yell at me like, "Get your bitch ass off the couch, bro. It's time to party." I was like, "Calm it down. You're 6." She's like, "What do you watch?" She's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "I don't know, a nice family show." She's like, "Nah, we're watching Halloween. Turn this gay shit off." I'm like, "You're 7."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a good parent. Like, I mean, they don't die. That's good,
That
right? Like they're not hungry. I got that going for me. But my fucking 8-year-old's out there watching Rick and Morty. Um, I mean, but hey, you know what? That motherfucker's pulling A's and B's. She can fuck do whatever she wants to. But my son
Yeah,
though,
if you
he's
on that level, you're smart, you're doing good. Watch whatever you want, man. Watch
yeah,
whatever you.
yeah, dude. She's fucking and she fucking tells us everything. But my son though, like we have it set up. I say we, my wife. She's the one that's the good parent. Um, she has it set up to where on weekdays over the summer, the internet cuts off at 10:30 to all their devices. So my son be in the middle of playing his stupid little fucking Fortnite game or whatever the fuck it is. Boom, 10:30 hits, internet's gone. You lost the match, bitch. Get your ass in bed. Um,
yeah, he's gonna end up being like one of the Menendez brothers.
oh shit.
Just stab you while you're sleeping. Like, you want to turn my internet off? I'm gonna turn off your artery.
We gonna paint these walls, Ray. Yeah,
I'm going to.
I don't know if that makes me bad, but you know what, dude? It's also kind of cool, man, because I know I'm sure there's been times where like you had to go to this fucking run or you had to go to this fucking event and you're getting home late and you didn't want to go but you had to and like you just really wanted to spend the day with your kids. It's really fucking awesome when I'm fucking pulling in because when I lived in San Diego, there's this Friday night event I had to fucking go to. I didn't want to go every Friday, but it was really fucking cool. I'd be getting around home around like midnight, 1 a.m. My fucking kids are still up playing video games because they ain't got shit to do tomorrow. You know, like their chores are all fucking done today. The rooms are clean, everything's good. So fuck, we let them stay up till fucking whenever. So it was kind of nice being able to fucking pull in and get off the bike. My fucking kids are still there, fucking playing video games and hanging out and shit. So I was like, hey, you still gonna see you little booger pullers.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be a bonus.
Yeah, I know. Like, Chop has kind of talked about his family stuff before. Like, you kind of deal with being an away, not an away dad. That's not the right term, but like me, where you get limited time sometimes. So it's like hard to know, like, what I want to teach you in this limited time that I have. What rules do I want to enforce in this little? Like, I don't want, my time is already limited, so I don't want to be this dickhead. Like, and I'm sure Chop probably goes through the same stuff. Like, you don't want to be like, all right, I'm gonna be super strict, dad, because that's how I was raised or whatever. Like when I have this limited time with you.
Yeah, it's hard to find a balance with it. You know what I mean? Trying to parent and still not like fuck up the little time you got. It's that's the hardest part. Plus, I mean, dude, my little girl, my son, like I love him to death, but like I'm a little bit firmer with my son. Still nowhere near as firm as like people were with me at his age. But um, my little girl, she's dude. I guess I'm like any dad with a little girl. Like I'm what you want. Like okay, like we'll do it that way. That's cool. Like I don't know, man.
I
I
can
can't.
validate that statement.
But now at the same time, if there's the time, you know what I mean. With her, I can not even get loud or get mean, but just have a serious tone, just like right now, and she will stop. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that again. Like, I don't have to be firm with her or strict or anything. She's a fucking snitch, though. Jesus, she's a snitch, and I can't stand it, dude. I was taking her back yesterday. I was taking her back, and I got pulled over. Right, the tail light, back left tail light on my Tahoe's out. I got the part to fix it, little circuit board, whatever. Just hadn't done it yet. I'm lazy. I got pulled over, and it's all said and done. It's all good. Go drop her off, and as soon as I drop her off, Daddy got pulled over. Like the first words out of her mouth. Like God Almighty, snitches get stitches, chick. What the hell? She's a oh man, she's tattletale. Tattletale.
You should have gone to fucking Murder Town and got her that shirt, dude. I don't ride with tattletales.
Uh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna get her. That's exactly what I'm gonna get her.
One thing that
Oh,
I've had to do, like, so my oldest boy, his mom and I, we've been divorced a long time. I think we got divorced when he was like 3, 4. So we've been divorced a long time. So he's gonna be 13. So almost a decade now we've been divorced. But like I've had to grow up because like and I still struggle. Like I'm 35, I still struggle with it. Like I don't talk shit in front of her, but I'll forget where he's at in the room or in the house even, and somebody will say something, and I'll be like, yeah, well, this stupid bitch fucking lets me stay up till fucking 3 a.m. Like no wonder he's falling asleep in class. Or I'll be like, yeah, she takes him to the drive-through 5 days a week instead of 2 days a week. No wonder he's fucking got a cavity or something like that. And I'll forget that he's upstairs and can like hear me now because I'm so used to like being able to voice my displeasure with things that she does that nobody gives a shit. Like I can just say it. And now he's upstairs like, what'd you say, Dad? Nothing. Shit.
We were
Like,
just talking about how great your hair looks today, buddy. It's fucking.
I don't want to do
great.
that. I don't want to be that parent that like trash. I don't want to trash the other one in front of the kid. Like, you know, her and I are obviously not together because we have personal differences. But like, I don't want to trash him. I don't want to trash that person like in front of him. Like, I don't think that's like the right thing to do in most circumstances. And so I've had to really work on that because like I'm just not a good individual, I guess. Because like all I want to do is like talk shit sometimes about the things that she does. Like I'll go to her house and I'll be like, oh, Chop brought up something that I was thinking about too. Like, you know, I mentioned having the taillight on his Tahoe and just being kind of lazy to fix it. Is that since you work in like the auto, you know, doing auto mechanics and stuff like that, is that the same for y'all as it is for like a Harley mechanic? Like you don't want to, you spend 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day working on cars and bikes. Like the last thing you want to do is like work work on your own bike. Like, I've always wondered for dudes in the industry, do you reach a point where you can't tell the difference between like work and pleasure when you're around the same like your passion or your hobby, whatever it is, bikes is also what you do for a living? Like, is that a thing? Like burnout from it?
Well, fuck, man. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like we lost Jake, because he does live kind of out in the fucking boonies, so his internet's spotty. But
I hope we at least got my Darius Rucker joke before we cut out.
right.
But yeah, no. So yeah,
you were
having
talking
a new
about
Harley's having a new Harley is a pain in the ass.
it. Fucking it. Why are you upset about having a new Harley? I want
Well,
to see if
I had used Harleys before my wife got a good job, so I could afford new Harleys. But on a used Harley, like I said, I take a Jim Bob down the road and be like, "Hey man, this thing's making a noise. I'm not fucking smart enough to know what it is. Can you figure it out for me?" And he'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's blah blah blah, $100, take care of it." Okay, cool. Owning a new Harley, so I don't void my warranty or whatever. Like the thing that I've never dealt with before is warranties, and warranties trip me out. And maybe I'm just being a bitch and like trying to follow the warranty because it's a warranty. But like I'm like, okay, 10,000 miles service. I'm at 11,000. I'll make an appointment. I'll go in and fucking get it. Blah blah blah. And it's like $400-500, whatever it is for the 400-mile service. And I'm like, good God, like if I could just take this to Jim Bob down the road, it'd be half that. Or do to, I mean, if it's just some fluids or whatever, I could do that in my garage. Like, but you got to have it done by Harley, or you got to have it done by this certified mechanic, or they got to have this level of certification or whatever the case. Otherwise, if something does go wrong on the Milwaukee 8, we'll void your warranty. Like, I don't know, it's just a pain in the ass. Like, I don't even give a shit about the payments. That's my wife's problem. I'm talking about the maintenance.
So I got to read the book. I know it used to be your first service had to be at Harley, and then they changed it to your first 2 had to be at Harley. And then if you guys are listening to this, and you want to respond to this before I finally look at the fucking book, because we know that could take a couple days, please hit the inbox and fucking correct us on
I'm sure there's
Instagram
probably dudes that know
Facebook.
more. There's probably dudes that know more about owning a new Harley than I do, a brand new Harley, and that's fine. Like you can fucking tell me the tips, tell me the tricks that I don't know about as a new Harley owner. All right, tell me where I can save some money or scam the system or something. But you know what I figured out? I think, and I'm gonna bring this up. I think this is like an Alex Jones thing. Harley got together with the dealers and said, "All right, here's what we're gonna do: charge them $3,000 for one of those maintenance. What is it? Like those maintenance plans that covers all that shit or whatever, right? And then we'll tell them that if they don't get it done from you, it'll void their warranty. So you'll get the $3,000 from them. We'll cut you a discount here, and we'll just keep cycling that shit back through." I'm telling you, some shit.
That's not fucking wrong, man. And the price is inconsistent. Like I'm not gonna say the dealership that I bought mine from, but they were trying to sell me their VIP service package for $8,000. And I remember that being like, hey man, that's fucking cool. I get unlimited oil changes, and you guys fucking for 3 years, I get unlimited oil changes. You guys take care of all the service.
Does that
Uh,
include tires?
yeah,
Because I would literally
I
roast
believe
my
it did.
tires. I
No,
would
no, it
roast
did
my
not.
tires and come back around.
It did not. I'm sorry, it
Oh,
did not because the rim and tire package is extra. It's just fluids and services. So
I
though
would,
it
you'd
takes
have to
care of your
drive that bitch around
services,
the block and bring it back and be like, "Can I get an oil
right?
change?"
You know what? Just give me the tires. I'll take the new ones, and then we'll just I got it. Don't worry about it. You just ride home with a set of tires. But no, I think what it was it took care of any like just oil changes for 3 years and then services for 3 years, no matter how much or how little you use it. And then I call the dealer up here in Jacksonville, just asking questions. I was like, hey man, how much is this? Because you can buy it retroactively. I'm like, oh dude, it's like $3,000. I fucking haven't sold one in a little while. You come in right now, pay for it. I'll sell it to you for 2,500. It's like motherfucker. Like why is that dude charging so much fucking more? He's like, oh well, he's a fucking dick. I know exactly what you're talking about too. Oh okay.
And like
But
I'm like one of those guys, like if you follow me on like Instagram or anything like that, I love to ride places, but like I don't want to do more than like change the oil. And even that, like if you got a special going on, I'll go to you to get my oil change because number one, I'm lazy. I got other shit to do, all right? I got a wife, two kids, a job, like you know what? And I don't like I love guys that can wrench on Harleys and I love watching what they can do and like learning from them and like seeing what they put out. I don't have a desire to do it. Like I don't have the passion to like let's tear apart this engine and build it back better or let's diagnose this problem and let's really get in the weeds and figure out what's going on and stuff like that. That doesn't interest me. I want to like ride it really far and I want to support dudes that can like do that by giving them $100, $200 on a brand new Harley, $3,000, whatever the fucking case may be. Like I enjoy dudes that have that as a passion. I don't. And like even when I like if I do like a 3-hole change or even just a simple oil change here at the house, like I gotta listen to my wife. Like so we have like a to dump the oil, there's a spot that we can take stuff to and the city will collect it and whatnot.
mhm.
But I don't do that the same night that I did the oil change. And I swear to God, she comes in the garage 30 minutes after I changed the oil. When are you gonna take that to the collection point? I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I just did it. So like to me, it's like, dude, if I can do $100 to the homie and not have to do it and not have to take it to the collection point and not listen to my wife, that's money well spent.
Big facts. Big fact. You know, and I don't know, man. Like I'm the kind of guy where I really enjoy customization, right? I like doing bars. I like doing, finding weird shit where you just got to manipulate it a little bit. You put it on your bike, it looks fucking cool. Um, I get really excited about that until I'm doing it, and it's just like this is the fucking worst. I don't know why I decided to fucking do this. And you know what? I do have to say this though. I bought those thrashing bars from Two Lane Life. I absolutely fucking love them. I got Vans grips on them now. It's just a super fucking comfortable setup.
Once
Um,
again, got them from Two Lane Life.
that is
Fashion. I don't really
www
like.
dot the number two lanelife.com. Um, but no, I mean they look fucking cool. It's American steel, American made. It's fucking cool. It's everything that I'm a fan of. And then I get to fucking like you have to cut your nacelle a little bit, right?
I feel like as soon as you got bars and I got bars, everybody now is coming out with this nacelle that you can buy pre-cut for that shit. And I've never seen anybody actually do it. Maybe the
I'm
dimensions
so
on that are all
fucking mad
fucked up.
about that.
The only thing that like gives me peace is that I assume that like everything that you order, I'm a negative ass person. I assume everything you order online needs some kind of tweaking. So I'm going to assume that every nacelle comes with like a little bit of fucked upness that you still have to drill or like punch something out. So I'm like, oh yeah, the dimensions are probably off on that anyway. I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, like now everybody's fucking making them, or at least more companies are making them.
Dude, I fucked my nacelle up, right? And to make it even worse, I'm gonna tell myself here. To make it even fucking worse, is I like they ship you everything you fucking need to do this job. They ship you the spacers, the bars, the risers. They ship you a fucking sticker that you put on your nacelle that says "cut here," right? And you put it on there, and I still fucked it up because I got really frustrated and oops. Um, I got really fucking frustrated, and I have to cut that last part out.
No, just keep going. You're fine.
Okay. I got really frustrated. So while I was doing it, and it wasn't. It's just because I suck. It's not Thrashing's fault. Um, but I felt like the risers had to go, like they had to sit into the nacelle a little deeper, and then they wouldn't be straight if you did that. So I was like, oh, well, the sticker's wrong. You got to fucking bring it out a little bit. No, the sticker wasn't wrong. Kenny was wrong. I fucked up.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, if I got a homie that likes to do that shit and they want to make a little bit of money, look, my wife works hard enough for me to support you. Okay, so let's fucking do that.
And once again, that's www.fastsunsupply.com. But support me, damn it. No,
Well, you
hey,
just released some new. You just released some new stuff too, right?
I did. I think it was like fucking 10 new products, 13,
And
somewhere in there.
fucking for Jesus is the best one.
Fucking for Jesus is one of them. You can get that up to a 5.5 inch sticker.
But spend money on that. However, if you're broke, don't spend money on it because you should obviously like pay bills and get food first. And then also get gas, go to Sturgis. We actually got a bartender. Is that the right word? Bartender, a drink purveyor of drinks. I don't know what the technical term is, but anyway, so
I believe it's mead wench.
so this drink wench is going to she's going to pass out. Is it Bastard Supply stickers or fucking for Jesus stickers?
So I think I sent her a couple of Bastard Son Supply stickers. I don't
So
think they
she's
are.
also, and you're gonna notice her because she's gonna be wearing a fuck Andar tank top. So that's how that promotion's gonna work. And then she'll have some fucking stickers to give away. Dude, I feel like with the fuck Andar tank, if you get a picture with her wearing it, and we can tell folks what bar she's working at. She works at the side hack. I mean, at least I hope we can tell people. But
Well,
I feel
they do
like
now.
if you get a picture with her wearing that tank, you should get like a free beer or a discounted beer. You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna film this. I'm gonna record us saying this and send it to her. So I feel like if you get a picture with this bartender in Sturgis, I don't know if she wants us using her name, so I won't just yet. But if you get a picture with her in her fuck Andar tank top, that should be like a half off beer or a free beer or something. And like if she's got some mercenary motorcycle stickers left or some Bastard Son stickers left, and she gives those out, there should be like you post it, hashtag it, some shit, you get a free beer. Oh, come on, a free beer.
You know what? I'll even go farther than that. You send a photo of you with this bartender, at all, right? I'm not gonna say she
Wait,
just
clothed or unclothed?
yes. So you send a picture of that to Bastard Son Supply Instagram. That's BSSC_clothing Instagram. I will give you a fucking half off coupon. But you got to send me a picture of the bartender. She will be wearing her fuck Andar tank top. You'll know where she's at. You'll know her. You'll be like, hey, fucking punk rock said, and then that'll be good. But you got to send it to me so I can give you a half off discount.
I like it.
But I did
And
send
she
her.
should give you a free beer. I think that should be good for at least a half price beer. Fuck it.
So I sent
But
her both of my like banner stickers.
yeah.
And one of them is the brand new one that says that we're working harder than an ugly stripper. So you should.
And I know some ugly strip, but hopefully I've been trying to get No Shame to go out there. I don't know. So I actually have an idea. I was talking to Jace from Fast Life, and I want to get I know we've had him on twice, but I love his views as like a dude ripping motorcycles and hanging out with dudes and almost like like how you would in a club without the politics or the protocol of being in a club, and somebody that gives an outside view versus a club view. I like that. I like that kind of that yin and the yang, the give and the take of having him talk with club guys and giving his perspective versus ours on certain things. And one thing that I was kicking around with him when I was talking to him yesterday was, the rallies. So like some of us from Four for the Road, like I said, I've been trying to get No Shame to go. I'm gonna go. Some of the mercenary motorcycle guys are gonna go. Two Lane Life's gonna go. Fast Life goes. Outcast Manufacturing, Outcast Culture Manufacturing, they're gonna be out there. So you have dudes that are bringing performance, dynas, racing. Obviously you have the old school stuff that I really like the hill climbs and the flat tracks and stuff, and the drag show. There's a drag show coming back. Motorcycles, not dudes in dresses. But I like both. But so you have shit that's coming back to these rallies. Do you have the tassels and the hell yeah bros? Of course, you're always gonna have that. You're just anywhere that somebody can, like, for a minimal fee, pretend to be cool or badass or whatever their desire is. You're gonna have those kind of people. But I think that even some clubs, like, some of these rallies are a big run for certain clubs, and I think they're starting to come back to that life or to those events. And you can say whatever you want negative about them. I get it. The jacked up prices on a hotel sucks, or having to camp might suck for some people. Drifter doesn't like camping. I don't blame them. The $12 beers, like, some of that shit is retarded. But can we say retarded?
Eh.
But again, like I said, like
I have a sticker that says "fucking for Jesus." I think we could say retarded.
And like I was talking with Jace, like, you're seeing a turn in the last few years, I think, where younger guys or some older guys in different platforms of performance builds or racing or the club scene or whatever are trying to take back these rallies and make them fun again. So that you don't have something like just and not talking shit, but I think Born Free is a really cool example of something that kind of started indie, got trendy, and now there's all these kinds of restrictions and really, if you like, an attitude, I guess, about Born Free, like, oh, you're not cool enough to be here, or stuff like that. And I think you see some guys trying to take some of that stuff back and make it, as much as the motorcycle world ever will be, inclusive. So it's some cool. So anyway, that's a show that I was thinking that we could do in a few weeks and stuff like that. Get Jason on again and talk with have some club guys on or whatever, and like get that back and forth discussion about attending these events versus not attending. And did we as clubs, did we kind of chase ourselves away earlier, and now we're coming back? And I don't know, there's a lot of, like, if you actually get into it and don't just have a knee-jerk reaction to the word Sturgis or the word Daytona or whatever, I think that there's a good conversation that can be had there. So we'll look at that. Any other type shows shit we got coming up? Oh, you got the profiling project, right? Are we allowed to say?
Yeah. So I'm working with the motorcycle profiling project again. We're gonna try to get them on next week. But I'm doing the same thing I did before, right? So proceeds that I earn, and this is for the entire store. Okay, this isn't just for the Four for the Road motorcycle profiling project stuff. This is for the entire fucking store. Whatever you buy, except for the fucking sticker pack, because I'm legit. I'm breaking even on the sticker pack. That's why I took the discount away for it. So you're basically
that's what everybody says.
Well, hey, it cost me. I was charging $30 for the sticker pack. I'm still charging $30 for the sticker pack. But it costs me $28.95 to fucking ship that shit out. So I took the discount away. So yeah. Anything that you fucking buy from BastardSonSupplyCompany.com for the month of July, and then depending on how well this does, we're just gonna keep going. Is going to be donated to the motorcycle profiling project. Double D is doing an amazing job.
Are you gonna have him and Spike back on the show?
I'm gonna try to get Spike. I'm gonna try to get the three big ones, right? I'm gonna try to get Spike, Double D, and Professor Blade, and Irish. Sorry, 4 of them. I'm gonna try to get all 4 of them on the show, because I think that would be a really knowledgeable show. I think that would be definitely not one to just fucking play in the background, but definitely one to listen to. You can learn, and then you can learn how to fucking help in the fight. It's not just about donating $5. It's about how you conduct yourself when you are in an engagement with a law enforcement officer. Certain things you say, certain things you shouldn't say, just stuff like that. And if you listen to our 2-part episode that we had. Well, I think it was last year or the year before. We got a shit ton of information from that. But yeah, I just think that they're doing an amazing job. And we can promote that again on our platform as well.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And I think I always love getting Professor's insights just because we have more access to him than we do, say, Double D or Spike. So hearing Professor actually on a podcast, I always enjoy versus just like getting to text him or whatever we do in the group.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that all four of them enjoy it. I mean, none of them make fucking money off of this stuff,
Yeah.
right? So like the Patreon that like they have a Patreon for the Motorcycle Profiling Project for their podcast, and they have a donate button, right? But that doesn't go into Double D's pockets. That doesn't go into Spike's pockets. That
It goes
doesn't.
into the lawyer's pockets.
That goes into the lawyer's pockets, like you were saying, right? But they see we can bitch and we can post about this shit on our Facebook page and our Instagram page and our personal pages all we want to, and try to educate people all we want to. What these guys do is they hire lawyers. They go to state capitals that have a motorcycle profiling law. It says like, no, it's okay for us to profile you because you're a biker, or because you're in a club, or because you're in a specific club. We're allowed to profile you and pull you over and harass you and fuck your entire day up just because you are who you are, or you are someone that rides a motorcycle, and that's not all right. And these guys are fighting that fight on a legislative level, and not just share this information on Facebook.
No.
So that's why it's like it's important to me. I know it's important to a lot of other people, and that's why I want to bring more awareness and more attention to it, and help support that cause with my business.
Yeah, I agree. But I think what do we have? We have like 54 minutes of this episode. We can keep this one short. I should probably go and pick the kid up. I
Is he
left him
still at
waiting.
home?
No, he's waiting. He's waiting.
Oh, he's just sitting there waiting?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's a good life lesson, bro. No, I don't feel bad at all. Not at all. It's a good life
Oh,
lesson. Okay?
you should have fucking pushed his bike home.
I'll go pick him up.
Yeah, you're a good
Oh,
dad.
you're gonna wait, but you're gonna wait.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
but anyway, yeah. So I don't know when the next episode will be or who will be on it. So we have been having group discussions about trying to get more people to record on their own, so that Ken doesn't have to be there, or I don't have to be there, or Drifter or Trash doesn't have to be there. We have lots of guys, 11 of us in the group with good insights. They're all living that club life. So the summer obviously is going to be a little bit more difficult to get that shit together, but rest assured, for whatever it's worth, the conversations are being had. We rely heavily on No Shame to take over. So we're going to put that out there. No pressure, big guy. No pressure, but now it's public. We need you to step up your game.
Just a little bit, though, because I mean he does a lot. I mean we're still waiting on a new banner to get Road Dirt on there. That's all I'm saying. But then I can't.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. He hasn't even made the new banner for Homeboy.
But I also can't talk too much shit because we still haven't got Road Dirt on a show. So
that's a good point. We need his introductory episode.
We do. But I know he is busy currently, so I don't feel bad about him not being on this one. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for Dave. Thanks for taking the time. We know you got a pretty.
We lost Chop too.
Yeah, and we lost Chop, but shit happens when you got, I guess, Comcast internet or whatever the fuck he's got. But I was just Comcast, shut my shit off. But
he's got Cricket Wireless.
Cricket Wireless Wi-Fi. Jesus. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate all the love and support, everybody. And again, please go to Bachelor Sun Supply, pick something up that's gonna go to the Motorcycle Profiling Project. And if you think my shit's lame and you don't want to buy anything from me, that's fine too. You can share the posts that are being shared on Facebook. You can talk to your friends about this because maybe they might be interested in the shit that I sell.
Or Jesus, you know what? This should have been at the front of the show. This should be in the hashtag of the show. Fuck for Jesus and hashtag us in it so we can watch.
That would be fucking amazing. So you
Send
could
us your
hashtag
videos of you fucking for Jesus.
Yes, do that. Also, you could go to the motorcycleprofilingproject.com's website and you can donate directly to them as well.
But don't send them videos of fucking for Jesus. Send it to us.
Yeah, you send it to us. That's Punk Rock 4FTR on Instagram. Or you could send it to the main page on Instagram because I'm pretty sure there's some people. Fuck it. You can just send it to an inbox somewhere. It could be your grandmother's inbox. I don't know. Just send it to an inbox. We're going to enjoy it. And again, we appreciate all the support, guys.
Hey, I once accidentally sent a video of myself jerking off to my grandma. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta go.